Well, you know it, Easter is Sunday, and that means kids all over Delmarva are running around with basket in hand to collect beautifully decorated hidden Easter eggs.
While the tradition of decorating eggs dates back several thousands of years, the Easter egg has always been part of a celebration of new life. And although several cultures have their own unique way of decorating eggs, none are quite as beautiful as the Ukrainian eggs. Making these beautiful eggs is a family tradition for one Pittsville woman. They look almost too beautiful to touch. Eggs of different sizes, shapes, and colors. The Ukrainian tradition of decorating eggs is called Pysanky.
It's an ancient art form. It started out before Christ as far as the Ukrainians go.
And for Tina Parsons of Pittsville, it's a hobby that's rooted deep in her family tree.
My parents were immigrants here, and back in 1945. So both of them are Ukrainian.
Tina says her father taught her Pysanky.
He gave me the tools. He made the first tool. It's called a kiska. It melts the hot wax. The first one he made for me was made out of metal, and it would get hot, so I couldn't make them very long before I'd have to stop and let the tool cool off.
But Tina learned quickly, she says, because Pysanky is simple.
It's not hard. I started when I was really young, and I've taught children, and I've taught seniors, and everybody in between how to do these. And it's really just a bunch of lines and filling in the blanks. It's kind of like doing a coloring book on a round surface.
Okay, so where do we start?
We start by dividing the egg into sections.
To prove her point, Tina agreed to show me how to make a Ukrainian egg, which obviously starts with an egg.
I mostly use chicken eggs because they're available. I like goose eggs, duck eggs, there's quail eggs. You can use cockatiel eggs. Any egg surface, pretty much, you can make a pysanka out of.
The first step is to use a pencil and draw lines to create your design.
We start by dividing the egg into sections. If you have even sections, you'll be able to make an even pattern.
Okay. And that pattern is created by connecting the sections with smaller lines.
Okay, when you get done, you're going to look at your egg so you see your star. Okay. And you're going to turn it slightly sideways. And then from one point to there, you're going to make a point.
It the pattern is drawn on the eggs, then it's time to use the kiska that Tina mentioned before.
And wax goes in the end, and it writes out like a little tool.
This tool is used to draw over the lines with wax. Tina uses beeswax. The traditional way to heat the wax is with a candle.
You can take it and you warm it into the flame.
From there, you can cover the pencil lines with wax. The wax keeps the dye from adhering to the egg, so everywhere we put the wax will be white. And speaking of the dye, it's time to go to the dye station.
Okay, we're going to take the egg now and dip it in the lightest color, and that's yellow. And we just lower it in gently so it doesn't get cracked. And give it a little stir and let it sit for a few seconds.
After we pat the egg dry, it's back to drawing with wax. Since our next color is going to be orange, everywhere we put wax will stay yellow. This time, I skipped tradition and used an electric kiska.
All these little pieces on the sides, added in between, so it'll be nice and vibrant.
So I have yellow, orange, and pink.
And pink. Now you need to protect what you want to stay pink.
This process continues until it's time to remove all the wax and reveal all the colors. We do that by holding the egg carefully up to the flame and wiping off the melted wax.
I think it's done. What do you think?
Let's see. Looks wonderful. Look at that.
How about that?
Tina uses a syringe to extract the insides of the egg and then covers them with a layer of shellac. And even though eggs are traditionally an Easter decoration, Tina keeps busy making them all year long.
It's not just an Easter thing. We get them on Christmas. You can hang them from your Christmas tree, and they're decorative year long. And people buy them from me. They buy them to give gifts for other friends, and they keep them for themselves. And some collectors collect a couple every year, so they go. They don't stay here with me very long.
Tina sells her eggs online. Prices range from $15 to $40. Tina is also a sculptor, and you can find all of her work by going to our website, WBOC.com. Click on our picture at the top of the page.
That's talented. All right, now be honest with yourself. Eggs aren't all the kids want this Easter. Up next on Delmarva Life, we learn about the latest in high-tech gifts for the little ones, how toy creators have managed to pack education and fun into one cool package.
Well, one group of kids here on Delmarva is doing the same thing with art. Later, we learn the importance of art in the community and in our schools. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.